on it before we turn this on.
We're live.
Hello! We are live here in Toronto if you want to scooch on into the frame with me, Steph. And my name is Kaylee LeGrand, and we are here for the 6th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival, as you can see listed behind us. And I'm standing with the director himself who started this 6 years ago. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. Thanks for coming back again. You were great last year, and it's my 6th year doing this festival. So it showcases local short films to a local audience here in Toronto. Comedies, weird films, captivating films, entertaining films, and as well live music.
And I noticed this year there were a couple of differences, a lot of comedies, a lot more, whereas last year's I noticed that there were some music videos and different sorts of genres kind of speckled in there. Is there a reason why it's a lot heavier with the comedy this year?
This year is actually the best year for submissions. I had over 75 shorts submit, and I only had I had a couple music videos, but only had one music video that I'm playing this year. So, it just turned out that way, I guess. I didn't get as many music videos this year. Other years I played a lot of horror or cult horror, and every year I keep going more and more toward comedy. And there's a couple speckles of other genres, but I love comedy. I love making people laugh and entertaining people, and that's what this night's all about.
So two things, actually. You said that you have some music in the films that are being showed, but you also have some live music that's intertwined with this production, with this film festival, correct?
Yeah, I have a live band on the dial. They're a 6-man band, and they play... I don't even know how to describe the genre, like country, western, folk, like real old traveling kind of songs. So
very Canadian.
Yeah, they're great. I'm so psyched to have them. I never thought I could afford a 6-person band, but here we are, and I'm going broke, and it's going to be great.
This is the tipping point. This is when everything's about to blow up. This is when everybody is starting to crowd around on Toronto. You can probably hear some of the traffic because we are out on the street in front of the Review Cinema, which is where we're holding this. Now, the other question that I was going to ask, just based on that short conversation that we've had so far, is the selection process for your film festival. Is there a sort of filter that you use? Are there other people who get to weigh in on the decision making? How is this pulled together?
Yeah, it's not a lot of us. It's just 3 of us, a cat and a Muppet. We all watched all the films, over 75 of them, and then we all put in our votes, yes, maybe, or a no, and then we tallied them all up, and the ones that were, more yeses than nos got in.
And has it expanded? Have you accepted more films as time has gone on, or have you always stayed at the same number of films that you've accepted?
The length has always been the same. It's been 3 45-minute acts of films, but the network has grown. So I'm getting a lot more people submitting their films. I guess the word's spreading, so I'm getting more variety and different filmmakers involved, which is great.
Are all of the filmmakers from here in Toronto, or are they all over Canada? Do the borders expand past our country borders?
Ooh, good question. Yeah, I'd say 60% are from Toronto. Some are from outside of Toronto, a lot from Hamilton. I'd say maybe 20-30% from Hamilton. And our first international film this year from LA. And that's through the actor was originally located in Toronto. But mostly Toronto.
Very interesting.
Would you like to meet some of them?
I would. Before we do, I have one last question for you. I know that you're going to be coming back because you do have some involvement in one of the films that is being presented this year. But my last question before you do scooch off is, as far as the initiation of this film festival goes, what's your why? Why did you start this film festival?
Why I started this film festival was a number of years ago. I had a film that I entered into After Dark. It never got accepted, and I said, screw it, I'll throw my own film festival. And here I am 6 years later, still throwing it and showing my work and work of my friends and work of those who send me their stuff.
Very cool. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Stefan Kucher. This is going to be a really fun night tonight. We are live streaming all of our red carpet interviews up until 9 o'clock, and the festival itself will start at 9:30. So if you want to bring over our first directors and the teams that are involved, I see that there are a bunch of people lining up and getting ready.
Sure. I'm going to bring a group or some of the members of a sketch comedy group from Hamilton called Anne Francis.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you so much. We are here live in Toronto on the red carpet in front of the Review Cinema, and we are waiting for the next directors to come on in. Yeah, you can scooch on. I will just keep talking until somebody walks in. Hello, welcome. I'm Kaylee LeGrand. I'm hosting the red carpet tonight, and I would love for you to introduce your film and your names.
My name is Matt. I'm part of the sketch group Aunt Francis, and we've got 2 films in this festival.
I'm Mallory Sullivan, and I'm in one of them, briefly.
And the 2 of you are part of a larger ensemble, a troupe that's based out of where? You said Hamilton?
It's me and my writing partner, Devin Bateson, and she is my girlfriend who I rope into things when no other girls say yes. That sounds wrong. For these films, in conjunction with these films.
A lot of these films are made from the heart, are made from artists who are also doing it on their own dimes. Being in the indie scene, I also know that, you count on a lot of the people that you are already friends with, people who you already have those connections with. A lot of filmmaking itself is about the networking. So, even nepotism plays into it. It is not shameful at all. Can you tell me a little bit about the project itself that you have in here? The 2 different, you said 2 projects?
Yeah. Am I allowed to curse?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, we're doing this. One is called Buy My Dick. And the other is called Breakup Lake. One of them is an infomercial, and the other is about a man who tries to break up with a body of water.
When you say buy my dick, is it B-Y or B-U-Y?
That's a very good question. B-U-Y.
Okay, purchase.
Yeah.
Purchase my penis.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great title.
Right? Alliteration, purchase my penis, buy my dick. Same thing, same film. And where did the ideas come from for it?
One of them was an idea we had just about an infomercial, a cheesy 80s style infomercial about a guy selling the use of his penis. And the other was just about a man getting angry at a body of water, just throwing all the things that they shared together back into the water. And
is there some sort of comment on society when it comes to the selling of a body part? Or is there a reason why you chose to use that narrative?
We're goofy bastards, really. There's no commentary that doesn't represent anything. We just think it's funny.
And how did you feel being being in the film, part of the cast?
It was fun until I realized how many people saw it, and I was holding a fake penis. But it's still fine. I was just surprised that many people saw it.
And how many people would that be?
I'm not sure what the count is, but it got really high recently on YouTube, and yeah, I wasn't prepared, but it's fine.
Were there comments that you weren't expecting or feedback from people who watched it?
No. I honestly didn't look at comments. I didn't even really think about that.
I just shocked you. You're leaving now to go watch it and read the comments yourself.
No, it's fine.
How long did it take to make the projects?
Both were shot over a single day. With post-production, probably took a couple days. So they were all very, very quick projects.
And did you submit anywhere else, or is there anywhere else that you're going to be going with the projects?
Breakup Lake recently won the Hamilton Comedy Film Festival. We got a grant from William White for $3,000 to film our next short.
That's super exciting. Well, we're very excited to have you here for Siff 2017, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm excited to see your projects.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are live in Toronto on the red carpet outside the Review Cinema, and we have our next filmmakers coming up. If you can, I'm going to pass the mic off to you. Actually, there's many people will probably stream through. If you can give me your name and tell me what your association... Oh, this is the band. I've just been informed. Our musical act.
I'll wait for her to figure it out.
Give me your name and tell me about your band.
Well, we are On the Dial, and we are a country western band. We're based out of Kensington Market. We do mostly Marty Robbins, actually. We're going to introduce him to most of the people tonight, probably.
You said you do Marty Adams.
No, Marty Robbins. He's a country western artist from the 1950s.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I am not in tune when it comes to country western.
Many people are.
Okay, great. So then you are here to inform us and play some of the music.
Yes.
And have you chosen your favorite songs to be playing?
For the most part, yes. And it's a democracy. The band has a say. We do the set list together, so what the band feels will be the best and what the band loves to play. It's kind of like majority rules sort of thing. But yes, we've picked our favorites.
How often do you play in Kensington Market?
We play at the end of each month, the last Sunday of every month, pedestrian Sunday. So for the 6 months out of the year for summer, from May to October, we are there in front of Wanda's Pie in the Sky.
And this is a once-a-month festival that's put on here in Toronto in Kensington Market for those who are tuning in from outside, just so we have a little bit of context for them. I live next to Kensington Market, so I know about it, but I didn't realize how much live entertainment was there until I actually started walking around on the Sundays. How has that been for you, and what's the growth like for you over there?
Oh, amazing. Like, it's gotten better every year. We have evolved every year. We've gotten new members every year. We've seen a better turnout every year, and we love to do it. It's the best genre for outdoor performances. Kids love it. Every age group loves it. Even the dogs love it. I mean, it's wonderful.
What's the difference do you feel when you're performing in Kensington Market as opposed to doing a show on a stage, like in a venue that is, I guess, more notable for music performance?
Well, I've always felt that our brand of music was better for outside because it really allows people to connect. It's just the atmosphere, right? Being outside, the sunshine, you can smell all the foods from all the venues and whatnot. We just add to the collective atmosphere. It's really alive. I feel there's a lot more freedom in outdoor performances than indoor. I feel like I'm very Cajun. Not to say that this will be that. We'll break some molds, I think, with indoor performances. But yes, that's essentially it. It's the freedom.
That's really cool. Well, I love the fact that we have a band that has that sort of notion attached to them, because here we're literally on the street in Toronto, and this is a festival that was started out of taking that freedom for yourself. I mean, Stefan started it so that he could create his own baby and do what he wanted here. So it's really cool to have the same kind of zeitgeist attached to it with your music. If you don't mind, I would love to have everybody come in and just pass the mic down to introduce yourselves. I know there's not a lot of space on the camera, so if you want to introduce the rest of your band.
All right. I am Matthew Ballantyne. I am the singer, and I'm going to pass it off to Sam.
My name is Sam. I play the piano.
My name's David Ballantyne, and that's my son. So I play the big double bass.
My name is Paul. I play the mandolin, and I'll pass it off to my father.
Hi, my name is Peter, and I play drums.
My name's Simon, and I'm the guitarist, and I make most of the smart aleck remarks.
I'm so glad that we had you on the end for interviews. Well, I'm really excited to listen to your music. Again, have fun for the rest of the evening. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye. For those of you just tuning in, we are here live in Toronto at the Review Cinema for the 6th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. We have our next group of directors coming up for a film. You can come on in. Thank you so much for being here. My name's Kaylee. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm going to pass this mic off so you can introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about the project that you have involved tonight.
My name is Leah. Evelyn.
I'm John Fleming.
And I'm Zach Reeder. We are responsible for Downward Hot Dog.
Responsible. I like the fact that you use such a heavy word for it. Why do you say you're responsible for it?
Leah and I wrote it, Zach shot it, and then we essentially did everything else, the two of us, and edited with Zach. So yeah, it's the collective.
As is filmmaking.
Yeah.
It's our world premiere tonight.
Congratulations. That's really exciting.
I'm excited.
Is this the first time that you've made a short film?
Yes.
The three of us had. I've made some before, but yeah.
Okay, and have you had any other projects involved in the past years here at this festival?
No, but
First, yeah, definitely our first. Yeah.
That's super exciting. Can you tell me a little bit about it without maybe giving away the spoilers?
well, if you think about where you like to go and do yoga, and you think about your favorite hot dog stand, and you were to mix them together in a magical kind of chimera, you would come up with Downward Hot Dog.
Downward Hot Dog. Okay. The idea of yoga, and I'm assuming this is shot in Toronto. If I'm trying to think of where I would go do yoga that would still have hot dogs, I'm thinking of hot dog vendors. So something that's outdoor. Did you use a lot of outdoor locations?
No outdoor locations. No.
So what I'm picturing in my head is way off.
You will be surprised.
We're planning many sequels, so if you'd like to do a class, we can always have like one in a park with a vendor.
You're selling it as a class as well. Do you have an actual?
It's a franchise and a brand, and it's growing worldwide. Yeah.
Did you take it out of like a Good Life yoga class?
It was actually inspired by a guru.
Oh, an actual yoga guru.
Yes, yeah. His name is Sri Hochto.
And was this guru a part of the film making as well?
Sadly, he passed away, but we continue the work in his name.
You carried on his spirit in this film and the work that you did with it. That's really interesting. Oh, well, and you said you have this one film. Did you have another one in this festival?
This is our only one.
You must be really excited to be screening it for the first time in front of Toronto as well. I'm very excited and intrigued to find out what it is about. I'm excited to see all of the excitement that's going on the street and inside. Thank you so much for joining us on the side of the street, and we'll see you in front of, what is the title of it again?
Downward Hot Dog.
Downward Hot Dog. Okay, I will see you inside for Downward Hot Dog. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Thank you so much for tuning in live online. We are here in Toronto at the Review Cinema. I have another group of directors, filmmakers walking up.
How's it going?
Join me, please. I'm doing well.
Mike Milden. Nice to meet you.
Mike Milden. It's a pleasure to meet you as well. Is this the rest of your crew, part of the film? Come on in. We have we have a couple more people we're going to have to fit into frame.
Yeah. We'll get cozy.
We'll get cozy. I'm going to pass this off so that everybody can introduce themselves and give me your full name and maybe tell me how you were involved in this film that's in our festival tonight.
Yes. So my name is Mike Milden. I am the writer-director of But Wait, There's More.
I am Ashley Harris. I was the director of photography for But Wait, There's More.
I'm Michael Cunningham. I was the editor.
Hi, Richard Jangra. I played Danny Deals.
Spiritual warrior, camera operator. I slept at the house. That's.
This is true. He did sleep there. It's a fact.
That was his involvement in the film, sleeping at the house.
Slumber party, yeah.
So there was a house involved.
Yes.
I have to admit,
Airbnb. Sorry, you keep going. Airbnb. It was an Airbnb.
An Airbnb of an entire house?
Yes.
We were on a budget.
Was this the one location that you used for the film?
Like 3 or 4, but one of the locations.
Okay, and I have to admit, I was waiting for more when you started introducing the title of your film, but the title of your film is called But Wait, There's More.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that for myself.
There might be more. Keep waiting.
So this is, what, a financial trailer for maybe a feature film?
But wait, there's Mormons, maybe?
Oh, literally just more to the last word of the title. But wait, there's Mormons is what the sequel might be called.
I mean, we might be riffing off Book of Mormon, but I guess, a feature, Danny Deals could survive on his own as a feature film. So.
That's what art is about, stealing ideas that are already out there and reappropriating them for yourself.
That's what they say.
Is there any chance you're able to give us an idea what this film is about, maybe without giving us any spoilers?
Yes. So I was obsessed with the idea of a washed-up infomercial spokesman. I think washed-up athlete. I think washed-up. Everything has been done except for the fact of a washed-up infomercial guy. So here he is. He's Danny Deals. He's kind of washed up, and you kind of see his journey throughout, and it's all told through a Jehovah's Witness that doesn't know how to sell the Word of God. So that is the film. No spoilers, and I'm excited for everyone to see it.
That sounds really interesting. Is there a reason why the essence of being washed up was so central to the making of this film?
I just, like I said, there's so many washed up things. There's so many washed up movies, like washed up. I'm pretty much repeating myself. A washed up athlete, washed up coach, washed up anything, and you see like people like the Sham Wow guy, and you see like Billy Mays, and you're like, what are those guys doing now? And they might just be on their couch, just living off of the nostalgia of what they used to do. I mean, not Billy Mays, but like Billy Idol.
Huge inspiration.
I mean, he's a musician. Washed up musician.
Yeah, that was a huge inspiration, especially being the director of photography. I watched a lot of Billy Mays videos, so we like to bring that element to the film.
I love that. There are so many people who are watching online right now who are Googling Sham Wow, who have never seen it.
Mays, do it right now.
Billy Mays here. Yeah, that guy. That's the guy.
So I take it that it is a comedy.
Yes, it's a comedy. With a little bit of serious, a little bit of serious parts,
Undertones.
Undertones.
Yeah. That's like, that's what I like to call it, undertones.
That's really strong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So the comedy is at the base of it. It had to make you laugh.
Yeah, no, my thing is comedy. So if you're not laughing, be pretty upset. I'll be pretty upset. Please laugh. Please.
This is a serious plea to hear the laughter once we're watching. But wait, there's more.
We just make them laugh. If they don't laugh, then why are we here? And we just looked at each other and we're like, it's time. And we really just brought it all together, and we're happy we did it. We hope people laugh. We laugh too much sometimes.
I was laughing.
Yeah, so yeah.
On the inside.
No such thing as laughing too much. It's very true. We laugh to keep from crying. If there are only two involuntary reactions from a human being, it's laughter and it's crying. So, yeah, you're going to be moving people one way or the other. I wish you all the success. I'm very excited to see your film in there, and I will see you afterwards, I'm sure, too.
Thank you.
Thank you for stopping by. Cheers. For those of you just tuning in, we are here live in downtown Toronto. We are on Ossington Street, so you can hear the city moving about. There are people who are gathering around to find out what sorts of excitements are happening here at the Review Cinema for the 6th annual sixth annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. I'm so sorry, Stephanie's laughing at me. Stumble on other words, not that. I have another team of filmmakers joining me to introduce their project. My name's Kaylee. If I'm going to pass this off to you, I'd like to introduce your full names and maybe tell me what your involvement with this project is.
Hi, my name's Richard Pierre. I'm a director of 4 of the short films tonight.
I am Jane Hales, and I'm in one of the short films called The Cookie Rackets.
Hi, my name is Natalie Rachel, and I was also in The Cookie Racket.
Hello, Stephanie Herrera in The Racist Neighbor.
Hi, my name is Sharita Walter, and I was also in The Racist Neighbor.
So you have 4 separate projects in the film festival this evening.
Yeah, I'm a little greedy that way. I couldn't help myself, so I submitted far too many projects, and I guess they thought I was kind of funny, so here I am.
So you submitted more than 4 projects?
Well, yeah, doesn't everyone have like more than 4 short films to submit at any given time? Like, don't we all walk around with like a dozen short films that you just want people to see?
Absolutely. Everybody has that kind of time, knowledge, expertise to be able to put together short films on the fly and constantly submit them to film festivals.
Yeah, it's easy. You just pick up a camera, pick up a mic, and ask for tons of favors and find some awesome talent, and it's easy.
I'm assuming that you've done this for a couple of years. If this comes easy to you, what sort of progress have you seen in your career?
Yeah, no, it's certainly not as easy as I'm pretending it is. It is a slow process, and you know, hopefully with every film it gets a little bit better, and yeah, and hopefully it leads to bigger, better things eventually.
Now, you mentioned that you're a funny guy, and these projects are comedy, correct?
That is correct. They're all comedic short films tonight. One's kind of a funny film about racism. The other's a funny film about a young kid who's trying to con her way into some money. And what are the other 2? The other one is an unromantic comedy. And the 4th one is, I would say, a film about miscommunication.
Now, I saw you giggling about the kid who tries to con people. I'm assuming that was the role you played?
Yes, that was me.
And how did you find your time on set and working on this project?
Say good things.
Let's pretend he's not here. Say whatever you want.
This was a really fun project to work on. It was really enjoyable. I mean, it was an awesome crew, and I really enjoyed it.
And you were much smaller then.
Yeah, I was, very little. So I thought it'd be fun to come back here now.
How old were you when you were working on the film?
I think 8 or 9.
Had you worked in the industry before, or was it the first film that you'd done?
Yeah, I've worked before since I was also very little.
That's very exciting. Is this the first time that you're going to be watching this film on the big screen?
Yeah, this is the first time.
You all must be very excited. Now, was everybody involved in a different project, or did you work to... If you wouldn't mind scooching over a little bit closer, I'd love to hear a little bit about what your work was like on that project.
Sure, absolutely. Well, when Richard emailed me and said, I have a project called The Racist Neighbor, I said, you had me at racist. I will be there for you, Richard. And it was delightful to work with him because I come from an improv background. So that was something that he's one of these wonderful directors that's just like, let's go see what it is and what do you got? And he just lets us play, which is fantastic. Next question, or you want that? Your own?
Yeah, I also had a great time working on set. It was really, really fun, and you'll see when you watch the film. It's super funny.
Now, you mentioned that there was some room for improv. How early on in this script or the shooting of this project were you able to offer up your own ideas or your own lines, or what sort of improv was accessible?
We were kind of doing it on set, right? It was fantastic. You can answer that too. How much?
We improved.
So Richard contacted you and said, I have an idea. The title has the word racist in it. And you said, cool. You all just got together, picked up a camera, and gold happened.
No, he did have a script. He let us play within the script, though. The final line that the two girls have, they were just doing the improv. I kind of came up with how I delivered my lines. There's a great line in there that I asked my neighbor, does she rent or own? And she says, own. And the line that I had was good for you. And I said, Richard, can I deliver it this way? Oh, good for you. And he said, this is why I hired you.
That's very exciting. Well, I can't wait to see this, and I'm going to be thinking about all the different ways I would have said this line, and I'm sure I'm going to come up with yours as the best in the end. Thank you so much for joining me on the carpet to talk about your projects. We will see you inside and after the festival. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those who are just joining us, we are live downtown Toronto. We are at the Review Cinema, and we are here for Stefan's 6th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. I do have another set of filmmakers who are walking up the red carpet right now to join me and talk about their project involved. You're more than welcome to step on in. Hello. Hi. My name's Kaylee. How are you? Good. I'm going to pass the microphone off, and if all three of you want to introduce yourselves, tell me your name and what your project is.
Okay. Hi, my name is Dennis Manthan, and I'm the writer and director of The Meditation. This is my daughter Zilia, who's also in the movie, and this is Shannon Lawson.
Hi, my name is Shannon Lawson, and I'm in the movie. I don't know if I'm supposed to look at you or at the camera. I've never done these red carpet events. Okay. And Dennis was kind enough to write a role with me specifically in mind, I think, and I played it, and it was great. It was great to be featured in this film. I'm looking forward to it. I've never seen it.
Your first time seeing it, not just on the big screen, but this is the first time you'll be seeing it in its totality. That's very exciting.
I might just, I don't know how low I'll be sinking in my seat or how high up I'll be really, I don't know. I've never watched something for the first time with an audience in attendance, but I think it's going to be a very interesting experience for me.
I'm sure it will be. I hope that you remember it forever. It will be a really fun night tonight.
I'm very much looking forward to the entire evening. I came down from Ottawa just for it. I have lots of friends who I haven't seen in years are coming, and some of my students are coming here. So it's going to be a very special evening.
That's really exciting. Well, don't sink down in your chair. Soak it all in.
It was very nice to work on the project with Dennis, and Dennis was really great. He directed it and hired a bunch of brought together a really great team. And I think that's also part of what makes a film really successful is sort of the energy within making it, while you're making the movie, make it a nice sort of family atmosphere and, but keep it professional at the same time.
Absolutely. It's a very collaborative medium. Maybe...
And Zilia's trying to show her teeth that have gone missing here, which is very important.
Mine will be.
When did you lose your teeth?
This week.
This week? Did you put them underneath your pillow?
Yes.
Did the tooth fairy come and give you money for them?
She gave money for one, And the other one she gave a toy, but she didn't take my teeth.
She let you keep them too? That's so cool. Did you want to keep them?
Yes.
Oh, well then that was nice of her. What was the toy she left for you?
A book.
A book. Do you like to read?
Yes, but I don't know how to read yet. It's just a thing that we write inside.
You write inside. Oh, so you can write as well. You're already a writer and a reader. You're on your way to becoming a filmmaker yourself.
We're learning to read.
And you were a part of this film that's going to be playing on this big screen inside tonight, right?
Yes.
And what did you do? What was your role?
You were on the meditation group.
I was meditating.
Oh, wow. Are you excited to see yourself on the screen?
I watched a movie before.
Oh, you've already seen this one. Oh, good. Well, then you know what happens. You were not only in it, you've seen it.
It's old news. It's old news.
Are you able to tell me a little bit about the premise without spoiling it?
Yeah, the film is about a young man who's just being released from prison who meditates on the teachings of an older prisoner who taught him the rules of life.
And he brings this meditation outside once he comes out of the prison.
Yes.
And the story about it, is it how this meditation changes his life or changes other people's lives?
It's about him trying to deal with life, outside of the prison and the difficulties of civilian life.
And this is what connects him from the inside to the outside, that transition.
Yes.
Now we have somebody else who just stepped onto the carpet with us. I'm assuming you were part of the project as well.
Yes.
She was sitting on my laps while we were meditating in the group, so I'm the mother as well.
Oh, wow, that's so great. So you got to work together on the film.
And he's my dad.
Oh, great. So everybody worked together. Collaborative meeting, and you had a whole family on set, right? That's great. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the red carpet. I'll see you inside.
Okay, thanks for having us.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining online. If you're just joining for the first time, we're downtown Toronto for the 6th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. We do have another group of filmmakers about to walk up the red carpet before they head in to watch the screenings. Please feel free to join me. I'm going to pass this off. You've met me. I met you last year. You had another film. If you can introduce yourselves and tell me about the project you have this year.
Yes. Hi, I'm Courtney Bruno of Cabruno Productions, Inc., and I'm here with Riley O'Connor and my lovely mother, Donna Gagno. This year we made a music video. Riley and I have started a band called CR Extraordinaire, and we made our debut music video, which is based on the Frank Zappa song, The Muffin Man, and I
am the Muffin Man.
Riley is in the video. He plays the Muffin Man, and I play a girl who thought it was a man, but it was a muffin. And this is an extra special year for Cabruno Productions because I incorporated on October 16th, so now I am an official production company. And I also want to mention this is an extra special year for Sudden Impulse Film Festival because I also play a small role in Stephen Kuchar's comedy Legends of the Falls. I am Fry Girl, and I also star in Amy Force's directorial debut film, The Bear. And unfortunately, she was unable to be here for the red carpet, but she'll be here for the screening of The Bear. So I just wanted to tell everyone about that.
Oh, go ahead.
No, yeah, that's great if you want to take the...
Oh, I just wanted to say a couple words about the process of filming The Muffin Man. This was a first for all of us. First of all, it's filmed on a vintage Bolex black and white hand crank camera. You get like 21 seconds of footage before you have to crank that camera again. So it was a very labor-intensive filming process. Also, CR Extraordinaire, did all of the music for the video. So we actually performed and recorded the music along with a partner, Michael Shoddy, who did all the guitar work, which in my opinion is just brilliant, and he co-produced the music. So just wanted to do a shout out to Michael and mention that it's special to be part of this, both from a musical standpoint and the fact that we're using some vintage camera gear, and I think it'll be a one-of-a-kind film at this festival.
And, Mom, do you want to say anything?
No, it's all right. Thank you.
Anything you want to shout out?
Just a shout out that I'm very proud of my daughter, and I know that she will achieve all her dreams because she certainly has the talent and the drive to achieve them.
Donna came in long distance all the way from Ottawa, and Courtney's sister Allie is out there. Shout out to Allie.
And I also want to say hi to all the family and friends who are watching right now. We'd love to see you out to the festival in a future year, but it's great to have you watching from home the red carpet event.
I feel like I don't even need to ask questions because you've been here before and you know the drill.
I worked on my speech ahead of time this year.
Oh, that's so great. I'm so excited to have you guys back again. It's so lovely to see you and to have another film in here. It's amazing. Congratulations, and also congratulations for incorporating. That's a big step for you and your production company as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do you have any ideas of what you're planning on creating next?
I want to do some more music videos. I love doing music videos, and work into doing some short films also.
There's actually several music videos in the works right now. In fact, an artist, Love Tapper, that I play drums for, Courtney's in the process of editing what is, in my opinion, one of her most brilliant music videos for that band. So stay tuned for something new from Love Tapper coming up from Cabruno Productions.
Congratulations. Now, did film or music come first for you, or was it always a symbiotic relationship for them for you?
Oh, always both. I love both, really.
Is there one that you would choose if you had to, one over the other?
I don't know. I love music so much, but filmmaking is working out really well as a career. I really love both.
That's great. What comes first when you are actually sitting down to create a project? Do you write something to go along with music, or do you write something and then find music to go along with that piece?
Usually I hear the song and ideas come to me.
So the music starts as that bass influencer for you?
Yeah.
That's so interesting. Well, I can't wait to see your project. Thank you for being back here again this year. Thank you for coming all the way from Ottawa to support the art. And I will see you three inside. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. How are we doing with we have another group. Perfect. Thank you for tuning in. We're downtown Toronto. We are at the Review Cinema, and we are here for the 6th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. I do have another set of filmmakers who are about to join me on the red carpet for some interviews. You can scooch on in. Couple of fellas I know from the comedy scene here in Toronto. Now, if you can tell me your names and what projects you have involved this year.
Rodrigo Fernandez Sol, and I have 3 shorts in this lottery, job interview, and Wait, I Love You.
Wow. And I'm Dan Byrne, and I acted in Job Interview of Rodrigo's film.
And Lottery.
You have a big part in Lottery, too. Yeah.
You repressed that project. You don't remember working on one of them.
It was a blur, yeah. No, it was a fast shoot. I remember that. I was there briefly.
Well, I know the two of you are very busy. You have a lot on the go. Filmmaking isn't the only thing that you do. Both of you have a lot of experience in the live comedy community and the live performance venues here in Toronto. Do you have a preference when it comes to having to choose between doing live performances or making a filmed piece?
Not really. They're both equally as fun, but filming something is cool because you can say cut and do it over again. So that's usually my preference on things. Yeah, and I have way more film ideas than anything. So I prefer film. Yeah.
Have you ever done that in a live show? Just tried to scream cut and then restart from the beginning?
I've asked for forgiveness many times, but crowds don't like that. So.
No? Okay, well, that's good to know. I won't try that anytime soon. Can you tell me a little bit about the projects that you have involved tonight, maybe without giving us spoilers?
Job interview is, oh man, did someone get shot?
It's happened enough times that we're all either used to it or it's fireworks.
Yeah, job interview was a really fun one that actually was kind of like the first one that we did because I was co-producing stuff with Dan as part of a troupe called Tony Ho, who they make amazing short films. And I said, hey, I want to make stuff with you guys. And then it kind of inspired me to make a job interview, which when I wrote it, I had Dan in mind. And then I went over to your place one day, and I think I told you the idea, and you were...
The idea is a guy at a job interview, and the guy interviewing him says, this is all great, I want to give you the job, except we just have to check your tapes. And there's a system of VHS tapes that have the history of the applicant, and we see the unfolding history of this applicant, and it gets worse and worse, and to a hilarious degree.
When you say the history of this applicant, is it a history that you typically would see on a resume or actual personal experiences?
Things that you would never think would be on tape are on these tapes.
It's almost like a secret camera's been following him his whole life, and then just certain personal stories are revealed, and they affect his job application.
So it's the moment that Truman finally gets out of the Truman Show and also applies for a real person job.
And it turns out Truman is like maybe not a good guy.
Oh no! Truman was such a great guy in the first film I saw. This one's darker and realer.
Yeah, so we ended up making that, and kind of the same team for the other one, Lottery, that we have. Same group of people. We work with an editor who's amazing, named Mariana Curry. She's a very talented comedy editor, and I also co-wrote it with Dan actually co-wrote Job Interview as well, and I co-wrote it with my girlfriend Gwen Phillips, who is in the Templeton Philharmonic, another very, very funny sketch troupe.
As I know, I have seen them perform as well. Gwen's hilarious.
And also, the person that shot these, our DOP, is Timothy Moore, who he is just the best dude ever to shoot anything. But yeah.
It's always nice to work with people that you actually enjoy being around as well, which is why I'm assuming so much of your work has intertwined. How long have the two of you worked together?
I don't know. I've known you for about 5 years, 6 years, and I've just I think we're in the same realm comedy-wise, and I've always kind of known Dan to be up for anything, which sounds weird when I say it like that, but no, it's very fun to make things with your friends, and I hope to do that for a very long time.
Can you verify that? Are you?
Rod's being humble. He is famously one of the best dudes going, and he's always making stuff like just going forwards and making stuff, and that is so inspiring to be a part of and to be swept up in, and makes you want to give your best work.
That's one of the things I like best about this film festival, with the story behind it, with Stefan starting it because he wanted to be able to make what he wanted and have the films that he was putting out there into the world actually be showcased somewhere. It's nice to see other people who are not only, I know the two of you also work regularly as far as being cast in other people's projects, but when you sit down and get to make the work that you want to make and you make it with the people that you want to make it with, it's always those gems that kind of sit with you for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like that might be something the festival's about, so it's great to celebrate that.
I love that you made that connection. Yeah, it's a really cool, exciting time to be here, and it's very nice to see all of these people who are active in Toronto creating these sorts of things, and it's wonderful following the work that both of you put out there too.
Right on, thank you.
Excited to have you here tonight. I'm sure I will see you inside and afterwards if you stick around.
You got it.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Right.
Cheers. Either way. Thank you so much for joining us downtown Toronto. This is the 6th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival, and we have so many wonderful filmmakers and musicians who are here tonight to celebrate live performance as well as films that have been created by mostly local filmmakers. We do have another filmmaker who's just stepping onto the red carpet with me. Welcome, Dan. I do a spiel until Stefan sends me somebody else. I'm going to pass this off to you. If you don't mind telling me your full name and the project that you have involved in today's festival.
Sure. My name is Dan Galia, and the project I have in the festival is called Teresa and the Fly. And it's just like one of the first things me and my buddy just kind of did just out of like frustration from not doing anything. We're like, no, we got to just do something today. And that's really what happened with this thing. So I'm excited to see it. It's super funny. It's just, yeah.
I was just talking about that sort of idea with the last filmmakers we had on the carpet, whom you know as well.
Yes.
I know that you are also involved in live comedy here in Toronto.
Yes, I do.
Now, you said that you started making this project out of frustration. So I'm assuming that you wanted to have more control over the messages that you're creating in your art, or just the fact that you got to create the art?
No, I just kept waiting for someone to help me. I don't know. So this is the first thing where I was just like, let's do something now. We got some people together really quick, and we kind of just like did it, you know? And then after that, it's just kind of every time we've been doing something, we've been trying to like up it a little more and more and more. And this is like the first step. So it's like, it's kind of fun to watch. I'm excited to kind of see how it plays out. It isn't pretty, but it's beautiful. You know what I mean?
Mona Lisa. Yeah. Far from pretty, pretty from afar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, then what can you share with us that's not going to be a spoiler before you head in for your project?
You're going to think you watched something, but you didn't. It was just all in your mind.
This is The Matrix shortened.
Yeah, and it's, it's The Matrix, only instead of Keanu Reeves, you got to fly.
I can see it. I pictured it already. Well, why was this the first thing that you decided to create out of the realm of live comedy?
It was a sketch that I wrote when I was in the Sketchersons, and it was just kind of one of my favorite sketches, and so I tried to transfer it over into a film, which you find out you can't just do, like if it works on stage doesn't mean it's going to work on a film, but this one, it had all the proper ingredients, so I was just excited. It's super weird, which is what I like about it. It's just like people will probably watch this and be like, okay, I'm very confused right now, and that's where I want them to be at the end. But, yeah.
Well, I know that I've seen some of your live comedy, so I'm hoping I have a legs up so that I know what it's about and I'm not left too confused. I do know how hard it is to make that transference from doing a live project and trying to fit it into what a film is supposed to be. So I am excited to see how this came about and see what sort of project ended up on the screen tonight.
Yeah, and I just want to give a shout out to Anessa Frantowski and Darren McIntyre and Tristan Go and Alex Squire. They all just kind of, woo! This guy knows. They just kind of came out and did it, no problem. And they were just having fun with me. And I think you're going to be able to see that in the movie.
The beauty of filmmaking, doing it with friends. Thank you so much for joining me.
All right, I got to go. My dad's here.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me on the red carpet. I have another filmmaker stepping on with me. Hi, how are you? I'm well. You can scooch on in. We have a limited framework here. My name's Kaylee. I'm going to pass this off. If you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves, give me your full names.
My name is Paul DeZoba. I'm the director and writer of Why Not Now.
Hi, my name is Esther Miniwab, and I was one of the actresses.
Hi, I'm Erin DeZoba. I'm his sister. Just helped with some creative direction.
Hi, my name is Matthew Grant, and I was like the lead.
Like the lead. I'm excited. What can you tell us about your film that might not give us any spoilers?
It's a sci-fi romance film that incorporates, cloning and a lot of colorful imagery to tell a story about how technology can be used to kind of avoid our problems and hit the reset button. It's largely about that feeling of wanting to hit the reset button on life and wanting a fresh start, really.
That's interesting. I was just talking about hitting the reset button between a live comedy set with the last filmmaker as opposed to being able to say cut and restart and get another shot of what you want for a film. So where did this come from, this idea of being able to restart? Is it a personal notion, something that you wish you could restart?
Yeah, I think in life we do a lot of introspection. And along with that introspection comes a lot of regret and wanting to be able to change the past. I think part of growing up is understanding that you can't change that past, but just learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward.
Now, you mentioned technology and its ability to maybe lend itself to help us with some of that. Are you, with this film, saying that there is a possibility to do some of that erasing or resetting with technology?
Yeah, definitely. I try not to think about the future and be too pessimistic, so I feel like with technology, it's kind of like it grows with us. It's hard to say whether it's positive or negative, but it's all about the balance. So it's like you just need to balance how we use technology. And yeah.
Is this a cautionary tale?
A little bit, yeah.
And how did everybody feel working on the project?
It was so much fun. You know, personally, he's my boyfriend myself, so you know, I had a fun time working with him. It was a different role being the actress and playing a mistress, so it was exciting. I had so much fun the entire time. It was my debut.
This is the first film that you've acted in?
Yeah, definitely. It's my first film, so
That's amazing. And is this the first time that you're going to be seeing it, or is this just the first time you're going to see it on a big screen?
I've seen it, but big screen, I am definitely excited to share this experience with my friends. Yeah.
I can tell. I can feel the energy buzzing. I'm excited for you. And how about yourself? How did you enjoy working on the film?
I loved it. I love working with my brother. I love bouncing ideas off of him. And I don't know, I think he's got his biggest fans right here. So he's just got so much support.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, Paula called me up and we did this thing, and we sort of like do like a lot of artistic stuff together as well, and it's a really cool feeling to see like one of our like ideas, or sorry, not our ideas, but like our projects just like in front of our faces, you know, like it's actually like a real thing. So
Yeah. You can finally sit back after the grueling days and nights of toiling over words and then screens and cuts, and now you get to just sit back and enjoy it with everybody who's here at the film festival.
Precisely, yeah, exactly.
That's so wonderful. Well, I'm excited for you. I'm excited to be inside and check out your film. I'm sure I'll see you in there and after the film festival. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you for joining us on the carpet of the 6th Annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. I know we've already met one of the filmmakers who's standing to my right, immediately to my right, so I'm going to just introduce, we need the I'm assuming they're fireworks. I don't want that happening on the streets of Toronto tonight. But if I can grab your names and if you can tell me a little bit about the project that you have involved tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Hillary Wilson, and I'm in Legends of the Falls, which was directed by Stefan. It's a really fun little short about mascots in Niagara Falls, and Diane plays one of them.
Yeah, Diane Olivera was on the project Legends of the Falls as well. It was great. Stefan and the crew did an amazing job.
Wonderful. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about its premise without giving it away for people who are watching it tonight.
It's a slice of life about just people who have to work every day as a mascot in Niagara Falls and what gets them through the day. So whether it's love or an ambition for fame, and just following what drives these characters and their quirky, job that they have.
Have you yourself ever been a mascot?
I have not, but the writer was a mascot at Niagara Falls. These are the fireworks I ordered.
I was just going to ask, you didn't tell me you got me fireworks this year.
You know.
You timed it for your film.
Gotta do it right.
So then where did the idea come from? If you've never had experience as a mascot, where are the toils and troubles that you know of that life?
Oh, so the writer who's not here at the moment, Brian, he was a mascot at Niagara Falls, so that's where the ideas come from. And I think, a lot of people can relate to just having to work a shitty job and...
No. I'm working for you right now, so okay, fine.
Yeah, and just the tackiness that is kind of like Lundy's Lane in Niagara Falls, and just the bizarre, larger-than-life. And then bringing it down to, I guess, reality, and again, what drives these people, and it's one's after the girl and others after fame. So, yeah.
So 2 lead characters for this.
2 lead characters, and Hillary here plays the boss, Pina, and Diane plays the love interest, the flower. Yeah.
What can you tell me about your characters?
Pina is a lady who knows what she likes, and she knows what she wants, and she's not afraid to go after it. Yeah.
She's a crazy girl. She's just having a good summer and trying to make some money and have as much fun as she can while she's doing it.
Do either of you have any experience when it comes to working as a mascot?
None yet, but the dream is alive. I can't wait.
that's what you're working towards. You're being an artist right now, so you can save to become a mascot.
I'm available if anyone out there has a mascot job. I'm available.
No thanks. No more mascot work for me. Thanks. Just trying to.
Is it any different from playing a character? I mean, it's just a costume.
I would say people probably kick you a lot more when you're a mascot as opposed to just a regular actor. I don't know what it is. As soon as you put on a crazy costume, kids just start kicking you, right?
Wait, is that an actual thing? Because I don't know. I don't have any experience when it comes to being a mascot, but I didn't realize that people kick them.
That's why they usually have a person with them so that they don't get beat up by children. It's a real thing.
People just like to punch them. I don't know. I think people forget there's an actual person inside there.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I feel like YouTube videos are coming to mind where I can see mascots getting punched, and I feel bad, but I was probably laughing when I watched them.
Yeah, you forget there's someone inside it.
Fair enough. It doesn't look like a human being anymore, so we don't treat them like a human being. Are those some of the toils that are involved in this story?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's what happens to a person when they step inside this costume and society forgets that they're a human being.
Yeah, let's go with it. It sounds good. Yeah, a lot of themes.
A lot of themes. Well, it's interesting to try to parallel the idea of, slipping into this gigantic costume might be very easy for somebody on the outside to no longer see who's performing on the inside. When it comes to slipping into a character to perform in a film where you don't have that sort of maquillage, what are the experiences you've had trying to mold yourself into not the actor but the character?
Do you want me to go first? Would you like to have something?
I usually just don't get the part.
That is the most honest response I think ever could have come out of somebody's mouth.
If you can't mold in quite right, then that's usually where the conversation ends.
Do you have any go-to tricks or tools for other actors out there who are looking to hone their craft?
I would say learn how to weld, or any trade, really.
Be ready.
There's always need for a plumber, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying prepare yourself with a backup plan.
Or two, yeah.
Or 7.
And if those all fail, you can become a mascot.
That's right. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Full circle. Yeah.
I'm excited to see this film because I feel like I'm going to have an emotional and personal connection to whoever is inside the mascot. Thank you so much for stepping back onto the carpet and for joining me for the first time tonight to explain the film. I'm excited to see it. I will see you inside, if not afterwards, maybe for drinks.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for staying tuned. We are live in Toronto. We are here on Ossington Street. I'm sure that you can hear the bustle of everybody who's surrounding and about to go inside the Review Cinema. We are celebrating the 6th annual Sudden Impulse Film Festival. I believe we've had all of our filmmakers do our red carpet interviews. They've walked the walk, they've done the creating of the films, and they're heading inside so that they can see their hard work up on the big screen. I'm heading inside to check them out myself. My name's Kaylee LeGrand, and I'm sure I'll see you next year. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, very good.
That was
very nice.
That was